Well, the usual pimpsters. I guess that's the only way to call them for silver. Going to be out there left and right and coming out of the woodwork, and I think that's going to be a legitimate trend that they're pumping. It's silver's moving up quite a bit. I'm going to show a chart here on coins. Coin sales that really means a lot more than what's actually going on in the markets right now, price wise, because this abundance of coin sales that's been going on over the last year, it's just building up behind the scenes. There's something going to explode in the market pretty soon. Now, does that mean silver's going to go to $100 an ounce right away? No, but it's going to move up quite a bit in percentage-wise. The manipulation that's going on, I don't know if there is or isn't, but if you think about it, I mean, silver from 10, like about 12 years ago, it was like $4 an ounce, so it's sitting at 34. You could say there's manipulation, but it went up like 8.5 times. So if they're manipulating, they're not doing very good. It's just not going up as quick as some people want it to because of that very fast peak we had back there in early of 2011. But that's just the way, the nature of the animal. If we notice that prices have been staying pretty flat across the board in consumer commodities, with the exception of gasoline, but that's another thing. I think there's also some conspiratorial price manipulation going on in the price of gasoline too. I could say that, but I'm not going to delve into that right now. If you want to look at a chart, though, this is a very important chart. It's from the U.S. Mint, gold and silver eagles. It's from the U.S. Mint itself. It shows for the last, it's official government chart. It shows for the last, basically almost a year. Gold and silver coin sales have been going up through the roof, and actually lately they've really been going up. So looking for all these coin sales that have really spiked here, and actually even since the price has been rising from the 26 low in this summer, expect that the actual market price that we look at in Kitco is going to be moving up. And also, I know Kitco is kind of like, if you're looking at I look at Kitco, that's where I look at. I know you should look at the commodities exchange for the actual spot price, but this is fairly close. It's within a few pennies. But if you're looking at what's going on, the only thing that's really been moving up a lot lately is palladium. But now I think palladium actually is going to do extremely well. But if you look just recently, what came out as far as November numbers, the PMI, the Global Manufacturing Index, Global Primary Manufacturing Index, it went up again. It's still below 50, but you can see this steady rise. Usually this portends the future for metals, especially more industrial metals. And like if you look at this and you see it dropping, like it normally means that, and you say you saw silver peaking up to about 60 something, and you saw PMI going, PMI was 55 and then it drops down to 51. That may portend that silver's going down. You can use this as a tool. It's not a perfectly accurate tool, but it helps. Another one good one out there is the Baltic Dry Index. These are public charts right off of Bloomberg. And this tells you what's going on as far as in the shipping lanes, global shipping. It's been moving up a little bit. It's down. It's really low, but it's been moving up. It should be a lot higher than it is, but it was down to almost record levels way back here in the beginning of the year. When that was like at 6 something, that was extremely low. So it's over 1,000 right now. It's looking a lot better. That tells you the global economy is, it's slow, but it's not doing too bad, which is bullish for the metals. But the thing is, people are buying coins from the mint. So, this is the U.S. Mint. U.S. Mint is hot on sales, and that's telling you a lot of what's going on. So, I mean, old girl Silver's selling. She's turning over the goods. That's all I got to say. And David Morgan's out there telling everybody about, why you should buy silver. And Bix Weir's out there saying that the derivatives movement market is going to implode anytime. And the only thing that you should be holding is physical silver coins. I don't know about all that. I want to comment something about, what do you call it? The markets. And this is one thing about markets. with derivatives and debt and all this kind of garbage. You could say it's all funny money. Now, I know old girl here will take funny money, but it's like she buys hard assets with it right away. You know, she's not that stupid. But when you're talking about derivatives and debt, this is one very common sense thing. Like, for instance, you know, you could tell me, oh, you know, don't rack up credit cards. Now, if I had a way to get away with it where I could rack up gazillion credit cards, you know, to like millions of dollars and just buy real goods with it, yeah, guess what I would do? I would do it, right? As long as I can say I'm bankrupt and you can't touch anything I own and sorry about that. Well, that's exactly what our U.S. government is going to do. You know, we still got the strongest military on the earth, and I know there's a lot of secret weapons these guys have below the, you know, ground and everything else. I mean, everybody's like freaking out about, you know, what's going on in China, maybe Russia or whatever. The United States has the military power. So they're giving they're giving everybody else paper, and there's a big trade deficit, and there's a big, you know, bubble out there in the U.S. bond market. You know, eventually the dollar's going to go bluey. Well, it ain't going to bring down the elite in the United States because they got aces up their sleeves. That's what I'm thinking. Where it might bring down is the middle class. The middle class is going to get hustled. You know, they're going to get hustled. They're going to get ripped off. So if you don't have silver and gold, that's why you're holding that stuff, because when the stuff does crash down, Lady Silver is going to save your ass. That's what's going to happen. So she's slick, she's smart, she knows the ways around the Illuminati, you know? So stick with your damn silver. But, you know, just keep in mind that important common sense point I said. In a way, you know, if you're like on the books and you say the bank, like say for instance we had a mortgage out there and it was to, you know, construction loans or whatever the hell it was, and the bank forgave them. Guess what? That would be income. That would be income. That would have to be recognized as income somehow. You'd have to pay taxes on it or some shit. And Uncle Sam don't have that problem. But you know, if they just default on a debt, guess what? It's more shit for them. That's all it is. They already got the goods. You know, they got whatever the hell they got in exchange for the paper. They're not stupid, and they got the strongest military in the world. So guess what? AOL, SOL to the people who are holding the paper. It's not really a government problem. It's not an American problem. It's a problem to the people that hold the paper. Now, a lot of those people that hold the paper are actually U.S. institutions and stuff. But what will happen is somehow they're going to get taken over. They'll be smoothed over, and it'll be more centralized control by the real sharks on the top. That's the way it's going to play out. But the United States won't fall because of the paper itself. No. Nope. They're too slick. And I think that's how they're playing it out. As long as they got the military, they, you know, or whatever secret weapons they have, you know, nobody's going to be able to come in and say, yeah, you ripped us off. As if so. That's what it comes down to, you know. And, well, anyway, that's the cold, hard reality behind it. Our elite aren't stupid at all. So the whole deliberate debt bubble is being pumped up on purpose. Stick with your gold and silver, because you as a middle class person, the only thing that's going to save you is Lady Luck Silver. Lady Luck Silver is going to save your ass when this whole thing comes down. But as far as the Western elite coming down with this, nope, they ain't coming down. I know that. Too smart. So anyway, if you got questions on what I just said, because I don't know, I think a lot of people aren't thinking like that. They're thinking like, oh, the West is going to cave in. They're just going to talk. They're just going to actually maybe restructure the debt. They're going to go ahead and, you know, tell everybody who's got holding the bag, screw you. All the institutions in the United States that are holding U.S. dollars and stuff like that, they're just going to get taken over by a higher up centralized authority. It's smart. It's smart. Well, it's evil, but it's smart. How's that?